So now this video is going to have all the muscles on the required list from head to toe, literally. Okay, so we're going to go right where we started. So this right here would be the clavotrapezius trapezius. All right, okay, and then the clavotrapezius trapezius covers this muscle here. Yeah, levator scapulae, right? Okay, the clavotrapezius trapezius, once it gets to the deltoid, it becomes what? All of this. Clavobrachialis or clavodeltoid, it's still deltoid in the human, right? Okay, and then when we peel it off a little bit off of there, the deltoid, you see this sort of triangular muscle here, which will be the acromiodeltoid, deltoid. Okay, and then in the back we have the acromiotrapezius, trapezius, right? And then towards the shoulder again, we've got the spinodeltoid, deltoid. Then towards the back, we've got the spinotrapezius, trapezius. You see, so that's the pattern I was talking about, right? That you have the, when it's trapezius, it's more in the back. When it's deltoid, it's more in the shoulder, towards the shoulder. Just like you have the spinodeltoid, deltoid. Then spinotrapezius, trapezius. Acromiotrapezius, trapezius. Acromiodeltoid, deltoid. So most of those muscles are coming in your exam, so you don't have to worry about it, right? You see, like I said, again, the brain likes patterns. Whenever you have patterns, then you're good. So continuing with the back muscles, so there's our spine and this is our scapula. So this is the supraspinatus, and then underneath the spine will be the infraspinatus. You see what I'm saying? And then over here would be the teres major. You see what I'm saying? And then once we get in there, the famous back muscle, which is the latissimus dorsi. Unfortunately, mine got cut. I don't know what happened to it. Okay, this one had all sorts of cut muscles. I don't know what was happening. So this is the latissimus dorsi. Okay, all right. And then still in the back, this is the one that is totally different name in the human. Yeah, so there's rhomboideus in the cat. Yeah, very good. And then rhomboid major in the human, right? Okay, and then underneath the scapula, in that scapular fossa that I talked about, would be the subscapularis. You see what I'm saying? All right. So do you see how many muscles we've gone through here, and we're still in the back? Okay. So now we go to the arm again. We've already talked about the clavobrachialis, deltoid, right? And still deltoid in the human, right? Okay. So in the exam, if you choose clavobrachialis, you still write deltoid in the human, right? So you write one or the other. And if you write clavodeltoid, you still write deltoid in the human, right? Okay. If you use clavodeltoid, it reminds you what it's called in the human, so you might as well use that. Okay. But also you know that it's called the clavo. So once you peel this clavobrachialis, deltoid off of the arm, is going to reveal this one, which is a crack in the middle, the two heads of the biceps brachii, right? You can see that if you go through there. So this is the biceps brachii. You see the head, one head here, one head here. And then the biceps brachii has got this one on the side here, which is called the brachialis. Remember, that's the one that is the brachialis, which is attached to the, so this is the brachialis, which is attached to this, which is the brachioradialis, the only forearm muscle that we do, correct? You know what I'm saying? But some of the other guys haven't taken it, so that's why I'm kind of chilling out a little bit on this, because they'll get the freebie, and then because they're writing it, some of them are writing it on Monday, but that's correct. So this will be the brachialis, which is connected to the brachioradialis, which is the only forearm muscle that we do, okay? And you know it's going to be a forearm muscle, right? Because it has radius in it, and the radius is a forearm bone, right? You see what I'm saying? So, and then remember, we cut this triceps brachii, lateral head, triceps brachii. So this is what I might have you guys do as a continuation from dissecting your cat, because this one is real easy. You just go along here and then you cut it in the middle. We cut it in the middle. Why? The triceps brachii, lateral head, triceps brachii, lateral head, because it's going to expose this one here, which is the triceps brachii, medial head, triceps brachii, medial head. So in the exam, you would have to write those 8 words on there in the space. It will fit, I promise. So you have to say for this one, triceps brachii, um, medial head, triceps brachii, medial head. And then this one here, this long one here, is the triceps brachii, long head, triceps brachii, long head. It's called triceps, right, because it's got 3 heads. The triceps brachii, long head, triceps brachii, long head, the triceps brachii, lateral head, the one we cut, triceps brachii, lateral head, and then the triceps brachii, medial head, triceps brachii, medial head. Okay, and then the biceps will have two heads, right? This one, you can see the crack in the middle. So the biceps brachii is 2 heads, for 2. Biceps brachii, biceps brachii over here. All right. Okay, and then we went to the ventral trunk, right? Okay. If you're going on the list, you will be looking at all those muscles, right? Okay. Very good. So, like I said, this is the pector antebrachialis dash dash dash, no human equivalent. This over here would be the pectoralis major, and then pectoralis minor, and then the xiphi humerellus here, dash dash dash, which is also not on the list, but I mean, which is not in the human. But that one I think is not on the list. I may not have put it on there. And then this is the epitrochlearis, which is on the list. Dash dash dash, no human equivalent, again on the medial side of the arm. Okay, so the ventral trunk would be the pectoralis major, and then this pector antebrachialis, of which there's no human equivalent, dash dash dash, and then pectoralis minor, and then we continue with the ventral trunk. We have this serratus ventralis, right? Okay, and then the serratus ventralis, serratus anterior, because this is on the anterior side in a bipedal animal like us. So this is the serratus, because of the serrated edge, serratus ventralis, serratus anterior for the human, okay? So it's different. Then once you peel off the serratus ventralis, serratus anterior, you see the muscles between the ribs. This is a rib, that's a rib, that's a rib. These are intercostals. All right, intercostals. So pretty much for the ventral trunk, only of these 4. So you can bet that all 4 are coming in the exam, correct? Starting with the the serratus ventralis, serratus anterior, intercostals, and then of course the pectoralis minor, pectoralis major. Those are the only 4 I have. You can bet they'll be coming. And then I'll pick 4 in the arm, and then obviously there'll be 8, I think, for the back, because there's a whole bunch of, including this latissimus dorsi, right? And then a whole bunch of the other ones for the back. Okay, all right. And then we're gonna go to the abdominal area, right? In the abdominal area, we don't have a lot of muscles again, so we have this external oblique, right? All right. And then over here we have the internal oblique, and then you could see here there's a line here that goes like that, and then this is kind of darkish, but you can still see it. There's a line here, and then there's a between the edge of the internal oblique, there's this here which kind of is going at another angle, which is the rectus, transverse abdominis, and then this one here right in the middle with the divisions here for the 6-pack, that's the rectus abdominis, right? So rectus abdominis, and then this one here would be the transverse abdominis, and then this flap on the outside is the external oblique, and you can see the orientation of the muscles like that, and then the orientation of the internal oblique is going to be like this, okay, and then the orientation of this transverse abdominis is going to be like that at another angle, and then obviously this rectus means straight, so this one's goes straight like that, so straight, so there's the rectus abdominis, okay, right, and then so in the exam I'll pick one of the obliques, one of the abdominis muscles, and that's it. So there'll be 2 for that. All right, and then we go to the thigh, butt, and leg muscles. Okay, so starting with the anterior part. So there's the sartorius, which we cut, sartorius, and then the sartorius will reveal most of the quadriceps, starting with this one, which is the rectus femoris, and then this one on the side here, which is covered by the fascia of the tensor fascia lata, would be the, all this is the vastus lateralis, right? So number 2, and then this is the vastus intermedius, right? And then this one here is vastus medialis, right? Okay, so those are the 4 quadriceps, right? And then we come back again over here to the butt area, okay? So this is the, in the hip area, so the tensor muscle and the fascia, which is covering the vastus lateralis. So this is the tensor fascia lata, okay? And then over here would be the third one that I'm having you responsible for, that is in the cat but not in the human, cordofemoralis dash dash dash. So there's no human equivalent for that. So in the exam, I'll have you responsible for the epitrochialis, which is in the medial side of the arm, the pector antebrachialis, and the cordofemoralis, all of which don't have a human equivalent. Because I could even say, can you list 3 muscles in the cat that are not in the human? Then you'd say epitrochialis, pector antebrachialis, and then cordofemoralis. Okay, because those are the ones I know for a fact on the list. And then of course there's the xiphomoralis as well. That's not in the human but in the cat. And then so this is covering partially the gluteus maximus. So all this is the gluteus maximus, and then you can see the division here. So this sort of flattish one is the gluteus medius, right? So we've done that. Now we're going to the hamstrings, and then of course we don't not forget our sciatic nerve right here. Okay, ischiatic nerve that we talked about on the day or yesterday, whenever. Okay, in the lecture, sciatic nerve right there. And then this is the biceps, part of the hamstring. So this is the biceps femoris, right? Okay, and then here, that the one that got torn, I don't know how, during when it was, I don't know, it's got completely severed. It's only attached by connective tissue. So that's the semitendinosus, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go back here to the medial of the and then also the other hamstrings. So this one will be the gracilis, okay, and then the sartorius is in the front, the one we cut in the middle. This one we didn't cut in the middle with the gracilis, we just peeled it off and left it attached in the middle, okay. So this is the semimembranosus, which is part of the hamstrings, and then the semitendinosus, part of the hamstrings, and then the biceps femoris, part of the hamstrings. Then now, when we cut it towards the middle of the thigh, these are the adductors of the thigh that bring the thighs together. So this is the adductor femoris in the cat, the wide triangular one here. Still adductor longus in the human, right? And then this long thin one is adductor longus in the cat and adductor longus in the human again. So that means the human will have one fat, big, long muscle called the adductor longus. That's it. And then it will have the adductor brevis and then adductor magnus as well as the adductor muscle. So we don't see those here. What's that? Yeah, it's all one adductor longus. Yeah, but the cat will have 2. So that's why we have the adductor longus, and we still have adductor longus in the human. And then this big wide triangular one, adductor femoris cat, still adductor longus in the human. Okay, so that's the one only one I put in the list, the adductor femoris, adductor longus, because it's different in the cat and the human. But you still need to know this adductor longus. Okay, my good friends. All right. Don't say it wasn't on the list. It's there. You need to know it. Okay. And then we did the semitendinosus. So then we go to the leg anterior part. We have the tibialis anterior, right? And then we have the extensor digitorum longus. Oh crap! Maybe, but I think this thing is a wide view. So again, tibialis anterior, and then here would be the extensor digitorum longus, all right, and then here will be the peroneus longus, and then here would be the soleus, and then here would be the gastrocnemius, and then that's it. All right, my good friend. So those are all the muscles on the list. Okay.